Memorial Day weekend, the first official weekend of the summer. Danielle Johnson was spending the holiday on Smith Lake with her family and her good friend Bethany Peterson.
She was actually on a float, and I was on the jet ski pulling her. And she got tired of riding back there, and she wanted to be pulled in, so I put the rope down in where you put your feet in the jet ski, and it got wrapped around my ankle somehow. I don't know how. I didn't feel it, you know.
When the jet ski took off, the rope was still around her leg, and the inner tube fell into the water and pulled her off the jet ski very abruptly. And because of the way it was roped around her, the rope was around her ankle, it actually ended up pulling her foot off.
Bethany also was injured, and at first, Danielle's concern was all for her friend.
She was bleeding down her leg and on her foot a little bit, but mine was gushing out, just gushing all over the jet ski, all over me, all over her. And I remember telling my daddy that I had to go to the emergency room. I had to get to the emergency room. I had to get there fairly fast. And I had to be calm and brave for my daddy.
He managed to get her out of the water and onto a dock. He sprinted up the bank and soon returned with the owner of the lake house, a nurse who worked in the operating room at the local hospital.
God sent her to me, and she got the blood flow stopped.
Soon, Danielle was in a helicopter and on her way from Coleman to Children's Hospital in Birmingham. She was sent straight from the emergency department into surgery.
We made an attempt to repair the vessels and nerves and tendons, but the nature of the injury was such that we didn't hold much hope for that prospect of it healing, and that's why she ended up having an amputation. Generally, we don't focus on the fact that they may need an amputation, but what I try and do is not visualize this as a patient or a patient's family. What I try and do is say, if this were my daughter, you know, how would I want someone talking to me? Because what they need is reassurance that you're going to take good care of them. What I try and emphasize is that they'll be back on their feet in no time, even if it is with a prosthesis, that they will be back playing in school, doing sports, whatever they want.
After spending 6 days in Children's and several weeks waiting for her incision to heal, Danielle was eager to take the next step toward her recovery.
We have the advantage of having prosthetists who can design and manufacture things that make your gait very smooth. They have foot and ankle portions of the prostheses, which kind of are spring-loaded, so they store and release energy, which smooth out your gait. So many of these children, especially if they're wearing pants, walk in and no one knows that they have a prosthesis on.
When school started back in August, Danielle didn't miss a beat.
The accident hasn't changed me as much as I thought it would. It's more, you just jump in there and you just do what everybody else is doing.
She has determination, she has dedication, she has a love of life. Those are all things that will help you overcome whatever circumstances you happen to face.
Today, there's a special bond between Danielle's family and her family at Children's Hospital.
Children's is more than a partner. They're part of our family. They took my child that they didn't know from Adam. They took her in. They fixed her so that she's going to be normal. I mean, she's going to have a normal life. To go to that large of a hospital and be treated like you were one of their family is just beyond belief. So until you experience, there's no way to know what it means.
I don't know where to start with children. They're just amazing. But I could not get through it without Children's, and I could not get through without God, because He helps them to help me. They're just amazing.